The following is a work of fiction. The intent is to promote and publicize a work of American fiction. Similarities to real people, places, or events are entirely coincidental.
Sometimes I wish I still had my tail, sullen eyes of confused wandering, covering their skins far from the sea, concrete trust in earth, the weary.
Hello viewers, welcome back to another chapter of HENRI EDSON XIMENEZ. I'm Paul Flum on behalf of Conscious Publishing and the Shrimp Trawler channel. Today's chapter is 26, called Vinny. That wonderful opening you just saw was filmed in Southeast Portland at the Tropical Pet Store. And it's a wonderful place to go visit if you're in town. And you saw those wonderful little reptiles there, because a reptile will be featured in this chapter. Just to back up before we start, we were at the Red Lion Hotel in Seattle, SeaTac actually, 1991, and we're getting groggy, falling asleep as we had a big train to catch in the morning. But of course, with the dream fall, well, we ended up in 1998, and here we are. And where were we actually? Well, 1998, we had the trip from Savannah, got to Baltimore, and that's when things, we don't know what happened, because when we got to Baltimore, got back to the apartment, got into the apartment, we turned the TV set on, and it's the 911 disaster. So it was another time slip. So let's find out what happens as we continue in the year of 1998, and in chapter 26, which is called Vinny. Okay, here is chapter 26, Vinny, from HENRI EDSON XIMENEZ. You are napping on your black leather sofa. The southern exposed windows to your left reveal a sunny November afternoon in Baltimore. It is the old, bright apartment, plaster and hardwood, a non-working fireplace straight ahead. On the mantel, assorted knickknacks including a Virgin Mary votive candle, a snow globe, a broken motorcycle piston, assorted rusted iron fittings, gaskets, washers, a 6-inch piece of cemetery marble, known as the brick. We know quite familiar with that at this point. A dried rose. To the right of the mantel, there's a plush chair. Above it on the wall is a poster from The Silence of the Lambs. On the other side of the mantel is another plush chair. On the wall above is a Led Zeppelin tapestry. Well, it seems like we've seen a lot of this stuff from the previous year when we were in this apartment for the Creepy Organ soundtrack, which was chapter 2. Well, I've done a little bit of housekeeping and vintage store shopping, apparently. A coat was tossed on the floor. There's a hefty bag full of Spanish moss in front of you. Or maybe you did go down to the truck and bring it back in. It is November 15, 1998, 1:06 p.m. Well, that time explains a lot, because it was an Indian summer morning and everyone was sleeping in. 4 or 5 hours have passed. To the right is an iguana cage. There is an iguana sleeping in the cage, resting his head on an unpainted plaster gargoyle statue. You don't mean like that statue from that gift store in Chicago. The iguana cage is actually a 75-gallon aquarium. with a handmade screen placed on top, extended all the way up almost to the ceiling. There's a ficus tree inside the tank, and the iguana has plenty of space to climb and jump and have a generally good time. A small bowl of water, heat rock, statue, pea pebbles, bark mulch line the bottom. The iguana has a name, and it is Vinny Greenballs. So the local football team has a Vinny playing quarterback, and his last name is Testaverde. So it seemed like an obvious choice. Listen, sounds like dishes clinking and running water in the kitchen. You greet Colin. Dude, you are out. Back from Savannah, I see. Man, how long was I out? Not sure. I see you have more Spanish moss. More Spanish moss, but no cemetery bricks. How was the trip and the truck running? Ran great. Went over 250,000 miles. I drove all night. The music kept me awake. Those tapes. Did you listen to all of them? Of course. I'm going to master them into a UV-373 record. A band practice, greatest hits, as it were. You want to help with the editing? Sure, that's why I sent the note along. Though greatest hits records are for housewives and teenagers. Yeah, I believe Bruce McCullough used that line. Yeah, whatever, man. Oh, I think your iguana is sick. Indeed, the reptile looks rather pale. He is resting his head on the plaster gargoyle statue. Open the crisper in the refrigerator. Grab a few leaves of romaine lettuce. He likes spinach leaves also. There. Vinny responds by munching on a few salad greens. His color returns and he scampers around the cage. Touching the inside of the aquarium, something is wrong, as the cage isn't as warm as usual. Surprised the iguana didn't turn blue, like blue baby syndrome. Well, we heard about that earlier. So move the cold gargoyle statue to reveal the problem. Ah, the blue heat rock beneath it. Looks like it has come unplugged. It is simply a rock attached to an AC power cord. Inspecting closely, it has a frayed edge. Must have come unplugged while Vinny was playing, darting, frolicking about. So grab the blue heat rock. Baby blue, pale blue, temporarily non-functioning blue heat rock, and try to plug it back. Okay. I mentioned something earlier about don't touch batteries to your tongue. Yeah, well, that is DC current. Easy stuff. This, well, it's 120 AC. And it can kill you, friend. You gave me no choice. Did you know 2002 was also blue? And the California Angels won the World Series. Blue seems new. Blue 2002 seems new. And yes, it is. Well, looks like when we get together next time, we'll be charting another timeline to our list. I want to thank the Shrimp Trawler channel and Conscious Publishing. You can pick up on Amazon a copy of the book. Also, remember to like this video. I would like that a lot if you did that. Get notifications for the future videos. There's a playlist. If you missed stuff, you can go back and find stuff like that. I'd appreciate that, folks. And the concluding piece will be an excerpt from the inner workings of the game as it was once presented as a piece of interactive fiction. I think I'll get a kick out of this. for all you fans of text adventures and so forth. So look for that coming up shortly. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.
Sometimes I wish I still had my tail, sullen eyes of confused wandering, covering their skins far from the sea. Concrete and trust in earth, the weary. Codes and buttons and invitations bring little creatures in. I still had my tail. I'd go before a swim. I'd unbutton my coat to let some sunshine glaze my skin. What's so and I confused? Bring a hand to the bus stop. What's so and I confused? Bring a hand to the bus stop. Sat on the back